chosen ones, empaths, the valuable lessons gained from dealing with the narcissist is indicative. It's showing us what was wrong with the way we functioned. You see, from now on, no one can come along and try and love bomb you and you're gonna fall victim to it, because you've experienced the love bomb. You've been through the love bomb. So in the future now, if someone tries to come along and starts love bombing you hard, you're gonna recognize the signs and you're gonna say, I know what this person's about. We needed to learn these vital lessons. It was imperative for our development. We had to learn these vital lessons. It's crucial that we learn this. And it's actually mercy from God or from the universe. It's mercy. This pain we're going through, this pain you're going through, it's mercy. I know it's so hard to figure out. I know it doesn't seem like mercy. Now you're going to say, Zion, this don't seem like mercy. I'm not eating, I'm not sleeping, I've been cheated on. But I promise you it's mercy, because these people exist in all corners of the earth, right? They exist in our own families, they exist in our friendship circles, and they exist in the romantic setting too, right? And we was walking blindly up till we encountered the narcissist, wasn't we? We was. I wasn't aware that people like this existed. I wasn't aware at all. And neither probably was you. So now we have to see the lessons gained. The lessons gained are so beautiful that now we've got this newfound discernment. We're going to recognize it. You see how the love bomb felt. We thought we were with our soulmate. We thought we were with someone that loved us, cared about us. And they were love bombing. They were literally displaying huge amounts of affection towards us as a means of manipulation. They were using the words, I love you, as a tool of deception. That's what they were doing. And don't get me wrong. A lot of you feel like, oh, everything was a lie. The narcissist didn't love me. The narcissist was obsessed with you. I always say that. The narcissist was obsessed with you. But there shouldn't be obsession in a loving relationship. Not obsession. Obsession's sick. Obsession's twisted. They're obsessed. They don't know what love is. They know about obsession. And they were obsessed with you. And don't get me wrong. They're not able to love bomb the way that you were love bombed. The way that an empath is love bombed and the way that an empath is deceived. Right? Not all narcissists are able to do, they're not able to do that to just anyone. You need to have a supply source in abundance for them to be able to do that, because they mirror back off you. Like our sexual energy, for example, is at an all-time high. It's at an all-time high, and our energy in general is at an all-time high. So they're able to get in the mix of that and reflect this back at us. They use our own energy and reflect it back at us, and they mirror us, and they do this stuff. If someone hasn't got the energy supply that we had, they're not able to do this. And this is why you don't need to worry about them with new supplies, because the new supply highly likely hasn't got your energy. They don't have your energy supply in general, because you're unique and there's only one you. But it's highly likely that they run into toxic individuals afterwards. I've read in the comment section so many times how the narcissist has gone with someone else, and that the person they're with cheats on them, and they start going through and facing their karma. And like I always say as well, even if they do meet another empath, which is highly unlikely, they're not even going to recognize their blessing, because they're always caught up on their past. And they were caught up on the past with you too. You see, next time when you're in a situation and you find your partner or whoever is talking about their ex all the time, you know, it's a really prominent sign that they're not healed from their past. Unless you lot are like together, like discussing your past, like you want to discuss your past, you both want to discuss it. But where they're bringing up their ex all the time, it shows their ex is still on their mind and they're not healed. The narcissist doesn't heal from their past. They just rush into new things, and they rushed into it with us, and that's why they didn't appreciate us when we was with them, because they weren't fully healed from their past. And I'm not trying to trigger anyone here, but I'm sure that you heard the stories about the toxic ex and stuff like that. And it's like, I remember after the narcissist, I was talking to someone else. I wasn't healed yet. I was making the wrong decision. But they started talking about their ex, like just like weirdly, you know. And I said, listen, I don't want to talk about your ex. And it kind of offended them. I said, I don't want to talk about your ex. Like, if we're talking to each other, I don't want to talk about your ex, you know. Because I knew enough by then. I wasn't fully awakened to the whole narcissist stuff, but I was awakened to the fact that I don't want to talk about your ex, because I've heard this before from someone else, and I knew it's toxic, you know. If you together are talking about your exes and you're talking about your past, then that's fine. But the narcissist loves discussing their ex, and this is what you've got to understand about what the narcissist is doing with the new supplier now. They're talking to the new supplier about you. They're triangulating the new supplier with you. Same way we were triangulated when they were talking about their ex with us. The only difference is now we're the ex and they're talking to the new supplier and they're triangulating with us. You see? That's what they do. But we've learned these lessons now. We've learned these lessons. And these lessons are a blessing. They're a real blessing, because if you take the time out of the dating game, if you take the time out and you do the inner work and you heal, like, to be honest, I'm ready. I think I've healed enough now where I'm ready to meet someone. But do you know what happens? You actually don't even want to meet someone. If you get busy on your purpose and you get busy finding your meaning, and I'm not saying YouTube's my meaning, but I'm enjoying it and it's helping me along my way, and I like connecting with all of you like-minded individuals and stuff, I don't actually want someone in my life now. Like, I find that if someone comes into my life, they've got to build for the better of my life and their life. And I don't want to just meet someone and be distracted. So, for example, I'm not doing sessions, or I'm not posting as frequently as I do just because I'm in a relationship. I don't want to do that to you guys, you know? I don't want to do that to you guys, because some of you guys enjoy watching these videos and it helps you a little bit, you know? So I don't want to just waste my time like how I used to do, like how I even got in with a narcissist, you know? We just wanted to be in a relationship. We just want to be in a relationship. You just want to be in that relationship, and you do, and that becomes your whole priority. They become your whole priority. No longer are we going to do that, you know? People need to earn our trust. People need to earn our time. We don't just give our time to wasters, you know? We can't just give our time to these wasters. And I tell you, there's so many of these narcissists about, especially on the dating apps. Like, you know, there's so many of them on these dating apps, and it's really toxic, the dating scene in general, you know. But if, like, I want you to do this as well. Like, for me, I want to get to know someone intimately, right? And I don't mean being intimate. I mean know someone. I don't know how to express it. Like, know someone as a friend. Know someone as someone I can rely on. Get to know someone well before I even make the move to be intimate with them. Know someone's mind, uncover the layers of their mind. Know what makes them tick. Know what, know what type of person they are before I start being sexual with them. Because that's where I believe I made my mistake. I rushed into being intimate with this narcissist too quickly. And I didn't know them well enough. And then you start to rely on the dopamine releases from sex or whatever. You start to rely on that. If you get used to it, you start to rely on it. And then they can play hot and cold. They can turn the tap on and off. They can give you it sometimes, then pull away, withdraw. They can manipulate you through sex. One of the huge signs of the Jezebel spirit, which I believe most of these narcissists are Jezebel spirits, whether male or female, is they use sex. They use the words "I love you" as a tool of deception. They use all of this to manipulate us. So going forward, we're not going to allow someone to do this to us. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But we're not going to allow someone to do this in our future now. And this is what it's about, We might have wasted decades with these individuals, but it's not wasted time. It's not wasted time. It was a crucial lesson we had to learn. And where was we really going with them? Did we really want to grow old with them? God forbid, say we got hit, but we was in an accident or something, and we was bedbound or something, and we're with this narcissist that's caring for us. Psycho. You know what I'm saying? They'll be doing all sorts of things. Trying to drug us, like they're crazy. They'll be trying to kill us, Like, this is why we got to be careful with who we let into our world. When we're talking about writing wills, or we're talking about who we're leaving our finances to, stuff like this. Some of these narcissists have this object in mind when they meet you. They're thinking, right, I want to tie the knot, I want to get married, and I'm going to take them for everything they're worth, That's what some of these narcissists will do, They'll just try and write you out the game. Then you're in your elder years, and you're back at your parents' house, and they've took your house, and and your kids are at the house with a new stranger in the house, and it's crazy what these lot do. They tear families apart. So if you're blessed enough, like if you've had children with the narcissist, it's a blessing. Any child that you bring onto this earth is a blessing. So never regret that. And I'm sure you lot don't regret that, having your child with the narcissist. But if you've got younger children, the only option that I see for you is to do parallel parenting, because it will stop the narcissist rocking up to your house. You meet in a neutral location and you communicate via an app, right? So it stops the narcissist calling your phone. It stops the narcissist being able to turn up at your house. It cuts the supply off for them. And then you can just use the grey rock method. And you can raise your child the best you can. And, if you can't get sole custody of the child, then parallel parenting is the best option. But for those that don't have children, then you need to count yourself blessed as well, because you've got out of the situation before you had a child with someone that was going to drag you down. For those that have children, it's a real big thing bringing a child into the world, and then it's hard enough even finding out that you're dealing with a narcissist and the parent of your child is a narcissist. So they're going to be raising the child one way. Even the narcissists don't even show affection to their children, That's what I've heard. They don't even show affection, and I've seen it even, in narcissistic family dynamics with my ex-narcissist, their narcissist mother. Their mother was a narcissist, they're a narcissist. Like, it's really toxic family dynamics, but we're able to spot that now. So, say we meet someone new, we think things are going well, we might go around their family's house, and we might notice something in the dynamics. We might just notice something about their parent. And then that will give us a telltale sign, like, hold on a minute. If their parent's like this, their mask is going to slip, Because we're dealing with people that are wearing a mask. So things seem okay, you know. But as long as we don't fall at that first hurdle, when someone starts love bombing us at the beginning, that's how they get in. We need to realize, like, you can't be that passionate about someone very early on. You can't be that passionate about someone. And when they're trying to initiate the I love yous so soon, you know, that's what happened with me. They initiated the I love you so soon. So it made me feel uncomfortable even when they said it, if I'm honest. I was younger then, but it just made me feel a bit uncomfortable. Saying I love you, like, you know, they use this as a tool of deception. So we need to count these blessings that we've learned now. Like, it's a real lesson that we've learned now. Like, we're not going to allow this to happen again. I hope we're not going to allow this to happen again. Maybe even if this has happened to you again, it doesn't matter. You know, it's not going to happen to you a third time. Or if it's happened to you 3 times, it's not going to happen to you a 4th time. Regardless, you know, we need to learn our lesson. We need to take advantage of the situation and be very, very vigilant going into the future. And what I say the ultimate key, I believe, maybe I'm wrong, you know, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like by me abstaining from being with someone and taking my time out to focus on myself and work on myself, I've built up this love about myself. Like, not that I'm full of myself or anything like that, but I've built up this love within inside me for myself and for my life and for my solitude. Like, that it's going to take a special kind of someone to get involved in my life. Like, I'm not just going to let anyone into my life. Like, I'm scanning, you know, even if I meet someone or even if I was on a dating app or whatever, I'm scanning straight from the start. I'm just scanning them. I'm seeing all the faults. Like, it's just intrinsic's the wrong word. I don't know what word to use. It's just like innate nature, right? It's just an innate nature. Like, I just see things with someone, and I like when if I look on a dating app or something, just if I'm bored, right? I just see people full of like fakery. Like, I need someone to be stripped down to the true person who they are. I don't want all this fakery, right? All this fakeness, you know? You need to get to know someone for who they are. And maybe I'll never find it. Maybe I will. But you know what? I'd rather be alone than with some toxic individual. I'd rather be alone, and I could go the rest of my years alone rather than going through what I went through before. There's absolutely no way I'm building up my life, building up my purpose and everything just to let someone come into my life and tear it down. Because all these, you know, if you're seeing your friends getting married and you're seeing your friends in relationships and you're seeing your friends have children and you're seeing your friends do this and you do that, don't let that anger you. Don't let that make you feel resentful. Just be happy for them. But a lot of these people are in toxic situations as well. Do you know how many people are in narcissistic relationships and they don't even know it? And they refuse to believe it. This is why you're ahead of the pack. Do you know how many people are in narcissistic relationships and you could show them videos on narcissists and they just, nah, that doesn't appeal to me. They just refuse to believe it openly. They just refuse to take it on board. They don't want to take it on board, you know? And it's so blatantly obvious that they're going through narcissistic abuse and they just don't want to take it on board. So this is why you're ahead of the pack. Because you found this information, not just my channel, but other channels alike. You found this information, or you've read books, or you've done whatever, and you've actually been able to connect the dots with your own life. Like, this message has resonated with you. That means you're ahead of the pack, because so many people will hear this video or other videos, and they'll say, nah, what's this rubbish? So that's why I think you're really special, because you really do resonate with the message. And I don't really speak in a clear, like, my message is like, you know, when I talk about the demonic influence, like, you lot have got open minds to be able to understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm the most cleverest person in the world or whatever like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's really astonishing that you lot are resonating with the message that I share. And I'm really happy that you lot resonate with the message, and it provides some comfort to you. I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy about that. And it's helping us, you know, it's helping us. Even in your, I learn from you guys in the comment section. I read all the comments, and I'm sorry I haven't got round to replying to the comments recently. I was ill recently, and there's a whole pack load of comments I've got to go through, but I always promise I will go through them, and I will respond or love heart you to the comment. I will get round to it, so I do apologize about that. But I just want you to understand that the valuable lessons we've gained from dealing with a narcissist is immeasurable. Like, you can't literally, it's worth more than gold. Like, it's literally gold, what we've learned. You're gonna see the red flags now. You're gonna see the red flags. Like, once you awaken to this stuff, you just can't unsee it. It's like the Matrix. It's like Neo in the Matrix. You just can't unsee it, you know. And most of these people that are in narcissistic abusive relationships choose to take the other pill. They choose to take the other pill and go back to sleep. But you people have chosen to take the other pill and stay awake, you know. I can't remember if it's the red or the blue pill, but you've chosen to take the pill to stay awake, and they've chosen to take the pill to go back to sleep, to go back to the Matrix, to go back to fantasy world, you know. So these lessons are a real blessing. Like, you need to understand. So anytime you're in pain, anytime you feel like, you know, you're in pain about what happened, you need to understand you're becoming a new version of yourself. You're becoming your best version. And, you know, when God or the universe is molding you, he's shaping you. You know, he's shaping you to be in his image. He's shaping you to be in his design, you know, and he's chipping away at the bits that are not needed. You know, you're still a loving person. You're still a courteous person. You're still a caring person. You're still an empathetic person. But now you've got a bit of darkness about you. Now you've got a bit of darkness that you know how to tame and handle, you know. It's not that you've turned dark. It's not that you're a dark empath or anything like that, but you've got a bit of darkness that you've gone through. You've gone through the trenches. You've gone through the wars. And now you've got this this darkness that you can, that helps you see. You know, because you've encountered the darkness, you're able to recognize this darkness in others. And you see this darkness in others, you know. So just be careful the next time you're out there. Many of you are going to comment and say, I'm not even ready to move on yet, you know. I'm not even ready to meet someone. And I totally understand that. But I'm just putting this out there for a precaution, because one day you will meet someone, and one day it possibly can be a loving person, and you're going to recognize those qualities too. If someone is a loving person, a genuine person, you're going to feel it in your spirit and know, do you know what? This person is genuine. This person is right. You know, you're going to realize it, and you're going to know it. And there's not going to be some intense love bomb, and it's going to be natural, and it's going to flow natural. It's not going to be this fakery that we dealt with the narcissist, you know. And, you know, us becoming our best version as well, this scars the narcissist. You know, this is another lesson that we learn as well. Like, us focusing on us, becoming our best versions of ourselves. You know, the narcissist is so resentful that we was actually able to wake up. They wanted to keep us asleep, and like, they failed their mission. They failed their mission. Their ultimate mission, I believe, right, because they're vessels to the demonic entities, they're vessels to the devils, right? Their ultimate aim was for us to commit suicide. And I'm not trying to trigger anybody here, but their ultimate aim was for us to commit suicide. That was their ultimate aim. And we haven't done that. So many have. Or so many have gone to prison, or so many are in a psych ward, right? Mental institution. Like, so many have been, you know, caught up in the mix. But you didn't do that. And that's the strength and the resilience in you. That's the power in you. That's the power of God. That's the power of the universe. You know, you need to count how blessed you are. Like, you're really fortunate to be where you are, and you're strong, you're resilient. And I'm not calling those people that did take their lives weak. They're not weak at all, you know. They're still they're still strong as well. But they just didn't wake up in time. And that's why we need to be counted. We need to be counted lucky, not lucky, but blessed that we did wake up in time, you know, and we did get out pretty much unscathed. You know, we might have gone through some smear campaigns, some devaluation, some other forms of abuse, but we pretty much come out unscathed out of this, and we're developing and growing and becoming stronger as time passes on. You know, as the days pass, we get stronger. We get stronger. But the main thing that we need to watch out for in the future is the love bomb. You know, you might find it a struggle, like for me anyway, like for me to pair bond now with someone. I know I always say the narcissist is unable to pair bond, but I'm unable to form a bond with these individuals that are like toxic. I just can't. I just see what they are. You know, even if I look at someone's profile, I can see what you're about. I can just see it. And I know they say we shouldn't judge, but I can just see it. Or if you have a small conversation with someone, you can just sense what they're about. You know? You can just sense what they're about. And I believe that all of us, if we put in the hard work and we filter out all of the crap, and we don't just settle for anyone and anything. We don't just settle at the first person that comes our way like the narcissist does. You know, especially after they've been with an empath. They had other people on their radar when they was about to deal with us, but they chose us. But especially after when they discard us or we cut them off, they monkey branch to the nearest thing. And we don't need to be like that. We don't need to be one that just rushes with someone straight away. I promise you, if you take your time and work on your healing first, and take your time before you choose your mate, you know. I put something up on my Instagram. It's called a blue-footed booby, right? It's a bird. And the blue-footed booby, I know it's a funny name, but it abstains from sex, right, before meeting its mate, because it increases the attraction. It makes them seem more attractive. And they abstain from sex while selecting their mate. Then when they select their mate, they're often with that mate lifelong. And that's why I've learned a lesson from that. And I abstain from it because I'm waiting. Like, that's why I said I'm waiting to build a bond with someone first before I be intimate with them, you know. So there's something we can learn from the animals too, you know, like, and that bird, for instance, you know, we can learn a lot from that, because in today's culture it's so prevalent, just to hook up culture and stuff like that. But it's best we just take our time, work on our healing first, because we are abuse victims and we have been damaged. Work on our healing and take our time before we select our mate, you know. Take our time. So anyway, just remember, you've gained a lot from dealing with this narcissist. There's some real valuable lessons, and you can reflect on those and realize the valuable lessons you've learned. I probably haven't mentioned all of them, but there's so many lessons that we learn from dealing with these toxic creatures. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find a link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.